moment I understood the weakness of my flesh, it disgusted me. I craved the strength and certainty of steel, for the machine is immortal.
Hello and welcome back everybody to a new episode. So this is season 2 of the Singularity mod pack with lots of new things added. One of the most notable ones you can already probably notice is the fact that this one's going to be in Long War, making this a considerably longer playthrough. And on top of that, I'm going to be going for trying to take over the entire map, or liberate every single region, I mean. So my end goal is to liberate everything before the final mission, including what I believe there should be a final mission if you liberate all regions that's very difficult. So we should see what happens with that. So the goal of this playthrough is I'm only going to be able to use robotic units. Now that's going to obviously include sparks, but that's also going to include augmented soldiers. So we'll be using the cybernetics mod, which lets you put robotic implants on your soldiers or prosthetics. So yeah, we're gonna have augmented soldiers, and they can only be used if they're fully augmented. I will not be using anyone who's, if their arms, legs, and torso is augmented but their head's still normal. I won't use them. I have to get all 4 parts of them before I'm allowed to use them. Another thing that'll be making a comeback is SHIVS will be returning from last season. However, they're getting a bit of an upgrade. We're switching to a different mod. Special thanks to Toy Vendor for helping me sort this one out as well. But so the new SHIV mod we'll be using will allow the SHIVs to use a variety of weapons. And so there's going to be the same 2, like the Scout Shiv, and they can use soldier weapons as well as the minigun that they tend to normally carry. And then the Alloy Shiv, which is going to be able to use spark weapons. So that should be pretty interesting. Allow us to use them in a lot more interesting ways than we did in the previous series. There's a little bit of setup that's required for this mod pack. Firstly, I would highly recommend you use the alternative mod launcher. I would also highly recommend that you go into options, settings, and allow console, because we'll for sure be using that throughout this playthrough. The second thing you'll want to disable is red screens by typing in no red screens, because that's essentially just a little error that pops up on the screen when there's a problem with mods, and it's just kind of annoying. Now switching back to in-game, the first thing I would recommend you do is go into options, mod settings, and then go over to disable any class, Redux, and there are quite a few classes you'll want to go ahead and disable. Basically anything that is not something you would build. So like the Proxian, technically you wouldn't build it, but you get what I mean. The SHIVs, the mech troopers, the Geth, which I'm actually not sure why they're here. I didn't install those, but I guess they're somehow left over from my previous playthrough, so whatever. They're here, why not? But yeah, you want to disable everything else. So you'll put an X by any class you don't want enabled, so like Ranger, Sharpshooter, so on and so forth. Because the class you want everyone to show up as is the Soldier Universal here, because that's the one that's going to allow you to use your RPGO soldiers. Now speaking of, switching over to RPGO general settings, I'm going to switch the laser sights and scopes back to how they usually work. No real reason than just convenience. It's a little annoying when your soldier who has a scope on gets a little too close to an enemy and has bad aim. So yeah, I'm just gonna switch it back because Lord knows this mod pack is going to be hard enough. I think it is okay. I don't believe I've changed anything under the second wave options, but here is what mine are set to if you would like to look at those. The next thing you'll want to do is go ahead and go find the file location for the Alien Reskinner mod, which I will have on the on screen. And you'll go ahead and find which skins you want to use, and I believe they're tied to the images on the mod page loosely, like they're in order for the most part of what the mod page shows. You might have to do some trial and error, but all you're really going to do is find the skin you want and change false to true. Now, I believe there's a way to get multiple skins to work, so it just randomizes which ones you want to use. But I was not able to figure that out, so I'll just be using a couple of the skins. So, moving on, we are going to have tons of new enemies this mod, or this playthrough. And notably, due to viewer request, I opened up a poll and the people said they wanted robots to make a return, and so they shall. And they are making a return in a big way with lots of new, not only the enemies from, or the vanilla robots or mechs, there's going to be the Long War mechs that are coming back, as well as there's a couple robot mods that I'm not going to go into detail on that are making an appearance this playthrough that are going to definitely make things a lot more challenging. And speaking of new enemies, there's quite a few new enemies that I'm adding through all stages of the game, from very early to late game. So that should spice things up, because I know one of the common critiques I received for the last playthrough that I definitely agreed with was variety was kind of lacking due to the mechs not being enabled. So you should definitely see a lot of new enemies and a lot of really difficult enemies. Now that's a perfect segue into the fact that we're going to have a lot of new bosses this playthrough. Now, some of these mods I haven't had a chance to playtest. I don't know how they're going to stack up. And I've read the mods, or I've read the comments on quite a few of these mods, and they've basically unanimously said, oh, this is really difficult, you know, this just like beats my soldiers into a pulp, and this makes things like way too complicated. So yeah, that's gonna be interesting. I have zero idea how balance is going to go with that. So we may get to a situation where we get absolutely clobbered. But I'm hoping with the RPGO soldiers and the augmentations that our soldiers will be strong enough to be able to just take on whatever comes our way. And if we need to, I will add or remove mods as we go. So if a mod becomes too troublesome, I will definitely remove it, especially if the viewers would like it to be gone as well. The other thing to touch on is I'm adding a couple new classes to the RPGO list. So I'm adding one, the Shinobi class, for a more melee focused build, because I've seen a few suggestions for melee soldiers, so I'm going to try that out again. I have a couple trees that are going to be about shooting, so that should help out with like infantry and heavy weapons kind of classes that are really focused on just laying down fire. The same flamethrower mods you saw from last time are still here, so the 4 trees for the chem thrower are there. I'm adding a necromancer because I think that might be pretty interesting. The idea behind it is, now they describe it as magic, but what I'm going to use as my like story, my lore for that, is more so that it's like psionic ability. So just like in the last playthrough, they like the AI takes this brain out and puts it in this this robot body, and it like conditions it to serve the AI. And so this AI now has the ability to use these psionic gifts that it was born with. Speaking of, there's going to be a couple new RPGO psionic trees, so hopefully we get some more interesting psionic classes as well. So one big thing we're doing differently this go around is we're going to be having our soldiers modeled after viewers. So if you would like to be a part of this, I have a Discord server, which will be in the description, where I have a section where you can apply for a soldier. Basically, you're just going to put your name, nickname, and some other details of what you would like your soldier to be. So yeah, I'm going to randomly select soldiers from a pool of everyone who is applied or left a comment. If you don't want to join the Discord server, feel free to leave a comment below with what your preferred name and nickname would be. Be sure to add your first name, last name, and nickname, because XCOM requires all three of those, and I can't leave anything blank. So yeah, leave your soldier's first name, a last name, and then whatever you want your nickname to be. And I'll be sure to add that to the pool. And like I said, as I get new soldiers, I'll just randomly draw from that. Now, that being said, Discord members, I think what I'm going to do is for the first squad, or the first like couple soldiers that I draw from, I'm going to draw from Discord members specifically, just because, you know, they've joined the server, and I want to give them some like incentive to be there. This is going to be one of the neat little features for being a part of the server. So you'll get priority if you're a Discord member, but if you aren't, or like if you don't want to join the server, no worries, you'll still have an opportunity. I want to draw from everybody, just to make sure, you know, everyone gets a chance, but I will be probably drawing from Discord members only some of the time. Now, with all of that being said, we're going to go over here into New Long War campaign. For difficulty, just like before and my previous Long War playthrough, I'm going to be doing the veteran difficulty because I am adding quite a few new enemies. It's very difficult to say how the difficulty is going to scale. So you can draw your own conclusions from my series and how you would like to play, but for this playthrough, I think veteran is the way to go because it probably won't be entertaining to watch my entire squad get wiped out 5 times in a row and have to restart a campaign. My goal is to actually finish this playthrough because otherwise I feel like it wouldn't be very satisfying. I'm also going to be disabling or reducing beginner VO because I'm sure most people here have already played XCOM before and they don't want to listen to a lot of this tutorial stuff. I'm going to be enabling subtitles for those who would like that alongside the cutscenes and stuff, which I will be playing story cutscenes. I will be skipping most other ones. Now, a very important thing is we're going to be going into advanced options. So there's quite a few things we're going to be enabling. So first things first, lengthy scheme. Now, in my last Long War playthrough, I enabled this, and it seemed way too long. But I'm going to enable it again, because since we're going to try to take over the entire map, I'm not sure how that's going to scale with the Avatar project, and what problems that might include. So we might run into situations where we might not be able to get all of the regions, and we might be waiting specifically for like the monthly missions you can do with the resistance. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, this is going to be enabled just to make sure we can actually attempt to liberate every single region. Now, for one of the mods we have enabled is gene modification, and we're going to have microphagial transgenesis, which is basically going to let us mod soldiers or gene mod soldiers while they're injured. This also allows them to, like, say the soldier is gravely wounded from the augmentations mod. You can also use this to do that instead. That doesn't affect us for this playthrough, but it might if you're a viewer. The second thing we'll be enabling is biosynthesis, where you can augment limbs, or augmented limbs can be affected by gene mods. So seeing as how every soldier we're going to have is going to be augmented, this will be very important, otherwise the mod would be entirely useless. I previously touched on it, but the RPGO is very important. You have Commander's Choices enabled and Origins. Otherwise, they will not play quite like I am going to have it. So make sure these two are checked. We're going to be disabling or enabling no hand-holding because, again, we don't need a tutorial. I feel like most people here have probably played XCOM before. And then Strategic Dominance is going to re-enable Resistance Orders for no other reason than I like them. And with that, we should be set. We are not going to be playing with Iron Man. Just like I've said in my 2 previous playthroughs, that XCOM, while heavily modded, can get janky and can crash. And my last Long War playthrough, I had more than one crash. So I don't want to lose save data because I have an issue where I crash and then I have to restart the entire mission. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to have Iron Man mode disabled and then have quick saves throughout the playthrough, that, or auto saves, I mean. That way, if for any reason at any point I can reload back to a previous turn if needed, if there's some kind of bug that breaks the mission. And then we only really have one option here, and that's the integrated DLC content. And yeah, that should be just about everything in order to get this mod pack running. And I think with that, let's get started.
Excitement continues to build as city centers across the globe prepare for the 20th anniversary of Unification Day.
Thousands line up at the site of the Great Accord, celebrating the formation of the Advent Coalition.
Keeping with their promise to humanity, 12 new gene therapy clinics will be opening in select cities by the end of the new year.
Despite the attempted attack by fringe elements, operations at the new facility in Paris thankfully remain unaffected.
In response to the unprovoked intrusion on the eve of our most beloved celebration, the speaker reaches out to us.
A small number of dissidents again repeat the mistakes of the old world.
Striking as we celebrate the benevolent savior who time and again offers only friendship and compassion.
Yet these trivial actions could never break the bond between humanity and the elders.
Peacekeeping forces have already made several preemptive arrests of known collaborators. Advent again assures all citizens that today's celebrations will continue as planned.
Perfect.
The Advent administration reminds you to report all suspicious activity. Only together can we build a better tomorrow.
Approaching position. You were right. They've definitely got their hands full today.
Stay focused. Prep gatecrasher.
60 seconds. Now.
Signal received. Loud and clear. Okay, Gatecrasher. Your turn.
Positions concealed.
All right. So one thing to note is Brad is going to shut up. We have a mod that makes him go away. So we should not have to listen to him anymore. Another thing to note is we have Templars, and unlike my previous playthrough in Long War, Templars should actually function correctly, and I should be able to upgrade their weapons. I was able to do in my test single player, or my test file. So yeah, hopefully we can actually use our Templars this time, which would be phenomenal. Another thing you might immediately notice is that we have a new UI. So our ability colors, or our abilities are going to be color coordinated. So yellow, I think, takes 2 actions, I believe. Green is free. Blue is, I think it's like 1 action, so it's non-turn ending. I'm not 100% sure what orange is yet. I'm assuming that just means it's a turn ending action guaranteed, but I don't know. It might also, that also might mean what yellow is. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not really sure how this works. But yeah, yellow and orange are likely to end your turn. Green is free. Blue is 1 cost. I think that's all. So let's start pushing out.
Moving.
Now, another thing to note is I am unable to skip this first mission. Like, the game will by default throw you into a mission, which is fine. This is not the tutorial mission. We are skipping the tutorial mission, but it does throw you into this instead. So my thought process behind this is, like, this is the first mission. Like, this basically Robo Cult is sending in their members to... Wait, oh wow, do you still have bad mobility even now at the beginning? That's rough, man. But yeah, the Robo Cult is sending in their goons to like free the AI. And so for this first mission, there is a... Well, we're just cleaning out the area, killing everything, because they are transporting the AI that we'll be playing as, and we're just trying to get it back. Another thing is, I've went ahead and enabled target preview, which you can't really tell right now because we don't have anything to preview, but this is gonna give us a better look at what we are looking at. Also, we have the F1 menu again, which is a blessed thing. Also, I thought we were going this way, but we are very much not doing that. We are going this direction. Well, there's usually 9 enemies on this starting mission, so I'm sure we'll find them eventually.
Double time. I can make it.
Activating defense protocol.
What is your mobility? It is not good, that's what it is. Oop, there we are. Our first group.
The Advent officers seem more capable than the grunts. We're not sure whether to chalk it up to training or stricter mind control.
Ooh. Yeah, your mobility is abysmal. Yeah, here we go. This is a perfect example. We still can move the camera around like so, but this is going to allow us to kind of get an idea of what we're looking at before we go there, which is going to be incredibly handy.
Moving out.
I think here works for that. You can open this door, move up to here. You scoot on up to... Well, I'm just worried I'll get revealed by the robot, so I'm not going to push all the way up. Just move to there for now. And again, don't want to get revealed by the robot. We're going to take the long way around. Are you serious? Say, please don't jump through the window. Go through the open door. Oh wow, you still have an extra move. Interesting. Alright. So we'll just go ahead. You don't have a pistol, do you? We'll just end turn. Alright. This looks like a pretty good time to open fire on our first pod. So do we want to start off? Ooh, nope, that's not happening. We could chuck a grenade, but I'm worried about destroying the bodies. Nah, it's fine. We'll do it. Perfect. Very interesting pathway. You are in a world of hurt, my friend. Ooh, a bayonet. Yeah, that's gonna be a new mod we have is bayonets. So even our soldiers who don't have melee are still gonna be able to help out in close quarters.
Shot failed to connect.
Nice. Good. You'll love to see it. Alright, how about you? You got this, right? There you are. Let's go.
Not too shabby.
Alright, so for the other two, I would say we're just gonna kind of hold our position. No sense in pushing forward when we have no one available. Alright, so that was a clean kill on the first pod. We'll start pushing up again. I don't want to push too far and then end up revealing a pod with when we have 0 actions. So let's push up to this door. You wouldn't happen to actually be able to make it all the way in here, would you? No. Well, you can stand there for now, I suppose. Oh, that is so inconvenient. So inconvenient. Ooh. Ooh, yeah, we're definitely taking some damage this turn. Unless we can chuck a good flashbang in here. Well, not quite. Well, I definitely want you flashed. Okay, we got 2 of them. And then we could volt these guys. But I think I'd rather volt him. Because these two are disoriented. We can almost guarantee get a kill on this guy. So let's do that. We're not getting the AoE. Oh, but we get a 2. Alright, well, let's see how this goes.
I'm under fire.
Okay, Overwatch, that works. I'm just praying that last guy doesn't get a hit. Come on. Okay, let's go. Alright, so 2 Overwatches is definitely troublesome. Here's what we do. You open the door, and then you give them a present.
You have lost.
There goes your Overwatch. Loot destroyed, unfortunately, but whatever. We'll live. We should be able to get an easy kill on you. Perfect. You, my friend, should be able to... Please roll anything other than a 4. Let's go. And then now... So is there a hole in this wall right here? There sure is. We can just move up to here and get a flanking shot on this guy. You are gonna be a troublemaker this playthrough. let's move up to here. I don't want to move on to the open and then get shot. Wow, 74. Alright, you got this. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Let's go. Oh, I was really hoping we weren't about to just eat some bullets because we can't hit an enemy. Alright, there should be 2 more enemies left, give or take. Oh, wow, there's a lot of map over here. However, none of it explorable except right here. Again, we're gonna push up and try not to activate another pod this time.
Solid copy.
And our Proxian, well, he's gonna try his best.
Terrain discovered.
Oh, this is such a huge difference after last playthrough where we had so much mobility. His 8 mobility is hurting my soul. Now let's Overwatch, everybody. And next turn we'll push in now that our Proxian's actually within the same, you know, country as the fight.
Yes.
Okay. If they get close enough, we could actually go in for a melee.
Their genetic structure now includes human DNA. They are stronger than ever.
Not quite.
Even greater psionic.
We have a really bad chance of hitting, but we're gonna take it. Otherwise, he's not doing anything of value.
We are in danger of losing this.
Oh, perfect. Okay. We go in for the rend. You.
Forgive me.
Oh, okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, Okay, I would love to flank this guy, but we just don't have the mobility to make that happen. We could blow open a hole in this wall, but I have a suspicion that the game won't actually blow open the hole in the wall, and instead just kind of like ignore me. So I've had that happen a lot before. So let's push up here. Oh my gosh, you are not gonna hit anything, are you? Okay, well, I probably shouldn't have flashed him because then he's gonna actually shoot in hindsight. I probably could have just let it try to do some like shenanigans with mind control. That was probably a misplay on my part. Rough choices already.
I'm going.
Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna move you up to here. We're gonna chuck a grenade at this guy. Maybe destroy the girder he's hiding behind. We did not destroy the girder he's hiding behind. And then you move up. If there's any way... You're probably not gonna get the kill. Just throw a grenade at him. Alright. You move over here because you'll give the other person cover. Alright, that works out.
I'm under fire.
Alright, let's try this a second time.
Suffer my rage.
I say, there's no way you'll miss a second time, right? Ooh, okay. Challenging first mission, but we got it. Okay, cool. Lots of alloys, that's good. We're gonna need them.
Good work out there, Commander.
Very nice.
The aliens must be getting nervous by now.
So first things first.
The alien Proxian soldier combines advanced technology from its home world with combat tactics learned from the skirmishers, making it a truly unstoppable.
Yeah, making it truly unstoppable. Alright. So, what do we want to give? Hyperdrive could be handy. And Lord knows he might need it, seeing as how he has negative mobility at this point. Yeah, let's go hyperdrive. And we still have some points for him. So, let's go... I'm gonna give him Whiplash, even though I'm like 90% sure it didn't work last time. But we're gonna do it again. And then we're gonna promote.
My people understand the value of our cooperation, Commander. The Elders see us as nothing more than raw materials for their design. We will take back our power and turn it against them.
Alright. Let's see. Invert's pretty solid. Amplify could be very handy. Indomitable. Phantom could be fun. Alright, so I think Amplify to begin with. Also, yeah, so RPGO and Long War have a funny interaction with hero units. So we're gonna have a lot of XP for the heroes. So I'm gonna do Invert, because that can be handy. And then Indomitable. And probably Magnum, because I'd like to give you a pistol. And these next three will upgrade here in just a sec. So, I mentioned before that I had a fun idea for how we could do soldier, or how I'm gonna pick viewers, and I'm excited to show you. Let me get it set up real fast, and I'll be right back. All right, so are you guys ready for this? I'm very proud of this. All right, bam. We're gonna spin a wheel. All right, so for our first member. Alright, there we are. So, Kalen, and then nickname Stalker. Now, we need a first and last name, so I'm just going to probably leave it as, or leave the last name as whatever the game came up with. And then if you want your name to be different, feel free to send me a message on Discord. I have a channel underneath the viewer soldiers, it's in the soldier feedback page. Feel free to leave me a message there, and I'll go ahead and tweak it next time I play. But for the time being, all right. So, Kalen's class. Their preferred class is Reaper. So I'll go ahead and instead of using them right now, I'll keep them on the back burner and they will become the first Reaper we get. So let's go ahead and remove them from the pool. And then we spin again. And I'll go ahead and write that down to make sure I remember to change or name the next Reaper we get that. Alright, Nina. Let's see. Sharpshooter. Alright, I can do that. Alright, let me go ahead and tweak one of these soldiers to become our first sharpshooter, and I'll be right back. Alright, so here's our very first augmented soldier of the playthrough. Nina, aka Moth, is our sharpshooter from Poland, I may note. And the loadout, I went ahead and gave her a holo targeter for a secondary, the marksman rifle for our primary, and then a pistol just because, in case something gets close enough, she'll be able to shoot it with that if needed. For soldier abilities, I gave Damn Good Ground for better aim while she's up on like higher ground, and then Eagle Eye for even better aim. And then on top of that, I picked the soldier with the highest aim to begin with and made that our sniper. And so design wise, I wanted it to look like the arms and legs, which you can't really see too well. I wanted it to be like kind of lightweight, like it's a sniper that's it's supposed to be kind of mobile. It can get around and climb up buildings quickly because for where is it? Soldier abilities. I gave her the infantry tab for surgical precision, but namely the skirmisher is why I'm mentioning this. So she's gonna be like grapple hooking around and stuff, and I want her to look kind of like a lightweight model that can actually afford to be pretty mobile. And then black, obviously, because it's a sniper, it doesn't want to get spotted. It's going to be concealed up on rooftops and stuff. And then the mask, just because it looks spooky. But yeah, so I gave it the sniper tree, because go figure. Infantry, because surgical precision. She's going to be able to hit targets behind cover pretty easily. Light them up. Hopefully will apply. We'll find out. And then, yeah, skirmisher to be able to grapple hook and then zap things if they get close enough. Alright, yeah. So, time for our next soldier. Let's go ahead and bring back this wheel and see who's joining us next. Alright. Another name. Only one name, no nickname, is definitely complicates things. However, this is for a skirmisher, which we don't have. So I will save this for next time, and when we have a skirmisher, I'll go ahead and put that person on that one. So let's spin the wheel again. Alright. William Brexton, what are you? You are heavy or sniper. Alright, I can do that. Alright, let me go ahead and do that and I'll be right back. Alright, our next member. So I went ahead and gave them Spartan for the all-around stat increase of like HP, mobility, and dodge, since they're going to be our heavy. Blast padding for more tanking. And then I went ahead and gave them the light machine gun, grenade launcher, and a pistol, and then lots of grenades. And so design-wise, I wanted them to look heavily plated and with lots of just like various grenades and things strapped to them all over. So lots of ammo, lots of weapons, and lots of armor. Whoop, too far. Hold on. Take me back. Like you can see on the legs, I gave them plating and stuff. And also, if I'm not mistaken, can I do... Oh, I can do forearm. I forgot. We're going to do conventional armor on the forearms as well. This way, yeah, it's just like a very well armored looking robot. Alright, let's see what our next person shall be. Alright. Let's see. Alright, class ranger or skirmisher. I can work with that. You shall be our ranger. So let me go ahead and do that real fast and I'll be right back again. Alright, so since they put ranger or skirmisher, I thought what may be kind of funny is to do like your traditional ranger build where you have like assault and a sword, but also give him the skirmisher's gauntlet, that way, or the ripjack, that way he can like grapple around and stuff, and still get that utility. So design wise, I went ahead and gave them the similar to the sniper, kind of like a lightweight model because it's supposed to be hyper mobile, and I gave it these double jointed legs, which you can no longer see. Yeah, I gave it like these double jointed legs. That way it's like more mobile, kind of like how a lot of animals have them in our world. But yeah, so very mobile, very deadly at close range, and it has the speed to get in close and actually deal that damage. Yeah, so loadout wise, pretty standard. Shotgun, sword, pistol, so on and so forth. I loosened up some gear a little bit. We don't need a grenade, simply because we won't be... most of our damage will be coming from our shotgun. Also, they wanted their nationality to be Native American. Unfortunately, I don't think there is like a nationality for Native American, so I just went with America, or like United States. If there is one for Native American, I can change that in the future, but for the time being, that should be good. And then what we'll likely do is spawn in a spark and a give ourselves enough stuff to augment these soldiers, because otherwise we just simply will not have any soldiers that are robotic. We can't really get through the early stages of the game that way. We could theoretically just send in our proxy, but that's just not going to happen. Speaking of, I guess we should roll to see who's going to be our Templar. B-man. Let's go. Where is B-man? Preferred class? Yes. Oh, this works out perfect. Alright. I'll go ahead and edit that and I'll be right back. Alright, so our B-man is surprisingly turned out looking a lot like a normal Templar, but yeah, the face I wanted to show is like, because it's still a human head, because it has psionic abilities, and I wanted, like I said before, that like the head, the brain is still intact for the most part. And I say for the most part, as you can tell, it was not a easy procedure on the subject, but the Templar kind of was just like taken, reconditioned, and then augmented. And so like these are proxy and arms, and I wanted it because like it has like this like liquid flowing through the arms, and I imagine that's like some kind of like neural enhancement fluid that kind of flows through the body. And then these are like a you can kind of see it's like robotic muscles underneath. Same thing with the legs, but they're more coated in armor. I put straps on the right or the left arm to have the shield strapped on. And then there's like this neural inhibitor collar that goes down the spine that kind of controls all the movements of this poor individual. And since his name was B-Man, how could I not give him yellow and black armor? I felt that was only fitting. And then loadout wise, I went ahead and gave him an auto pistol, even though it slows him down a decent chunk. I feel like that'll probably be handy. And then everything else I can't customize too greatly. I will once I augment these guys, which I will do. But honestly, I might get to that next episode just because we're starting to run on. Let's go ahead. Now, no one said they wanted to be the proxian, so I'm not sure what I want to do about that. But let's go look at some of these cutscenes.
Incoming transmission.
Alright. I think we'll go ahead and start off with... Let's grab hybrid materials, because I think that gives us better armor quickly. So let's do that.
I find that area of research to be among the more intriguing options available.
Okay, reworked your repulsors with some of the parts I salvaged from their old engine. Should fix that stabilization problem you had. Come on, Rover. It'll work. Commander! Getting our tech to talk to theirs is harder than you'd think. Lily Shen, Chief Engineer, at your service. You were probably expecting to see my father. In all that's happened, I'm guessing Central didn't tell you yet. He's gone. Dad gave everything he had to get us this far. This entire ship is his life's work. I know he would have loved to show you around the place himself. He used to talk about you a lot. You can be sure I'm ready to finish what he started. Might not look it, but from here, I can fabricate pretty much anything you come up with. And with a little more help, well, you'd be amazed with what I can do. It was an honor to finally meet you, Commander.
Alright, nice.
Incoming transmission.
Alright, I had to step away for a brief second, but yeah, continuing on.
Hello, Commander. The council you once knew is no more. Its membership have all sworn loyalty to the Advent administration. With one exception. It is good to see you again. In the days since your capture, I have done all I can to aid the resistance from the inside. It was these resistance operatives that provided the intel leading to your recent extraction. As of now, resistance forces are currently somewhat disorganized. If we are to defeat Advent and their alien masters, you must change this before it is too late.
Alright, and I can't remember, did we already see it? No, we didn't.
Commander, good to see you on your feet again. Welcome to the bridge, the nerve center of our operation. The aliens have our entire world in their grip. Advent controls everything. Government, communications, industry, not to mention the military. And it's on us to take it all back. Resources and time are tight, Commander. It'll be up to you to decide how to best use both. The ship is yours.
Alright, now we've seen all the cutscenes. Except, wait, I think we might have one more.
I greet you as an ally, facing a shared enemy.
Alright.
Followers seek balance with the psionic forces that flow through the earth and all its inhabitants. We channel this energy, aided by technology of our own design, to pursue justice for those who have fallen victim to the Elders and their servants.
Alright, thank you, Geist, for the lecture I didn't care about. Oh yeah, let me go ahead and make sure you have the correct title. And for icon, we'll just go with the standard sculpt. I think what I'm gonna do is, just like in the last playthrough, I'm gonna give myself some augmented parts so I'm able to actually have a squad. I think I won't... I gave myself a spark last time, but I think I might wait on that and just build one normally. But I will give myself the parts. So instead of giving myself spark, I'll give myself 4, or enough to augment 4 people, as opposed to the 3 I did last time plus spark, I think. Or was it 2 plus spark? I don't remember. It's been a while. But either way, yeah. You know what? How expensive are it? Because we have...
Commander?
We should... Oh, we don't. Not yet. Let's say we should have the generate... or the Mark 0 augment mod. And I'm not exactly sure how that works. But we should be able to get early augments. I'll go ahead and give myself this stuff for 3 soldiers. We'll make it work with 3 soldiers plus a proxy. And then we'll go from there. So yeah, I'll be right back. Alright, so I went ahead and gave myself the stuff for the 3 soldiers to be augmented. And I'll go ahead and do that real fast. And so these are just the basic augments. Ooh, I'm gonna have to customize again, aren't I? Alright, well, lesson learned for the 5th time. But yeah, what I'm going to do, first off, I'm going to save this to the character pool. And then augment. But yeah, so these soldiers will have these augments, and these are the only people I'll be allowed to use. I will not be allowed to bring in any rookies until I bring in, or until I augment them. So hopefully we can rush. I think we agreed last time I could give myself mechanized warfare, like the research. That way I could start building sparks the moment I have a proving grounds up and running. And I think I'm going to do that as well. Also, for those wondering, the command is add item and then the augments. Also, you can kind of ignore these ones. This was from my test file of me trying to figure out how to spawn in a SHIV. Because I was gonna start off this campaign with some SHIVs as well. So, like, maybe a spark and then, like, 3 SHIVs or something. But I couldn't figure it out. I cannot figure out what the give command is to spawn in a SHIV. So, I'll just do it this way instead. Also, I totally didn't forget to save your outfit, right? Oh, hey, it's my outfit from the previous thing, but that isn't... Alright, well, that's fine. I'll just recustomize him real fast as well. So, be right back with both of these guys customized. Alright, so I went ahead and revamped him a little bit. So I wasn't quite happy with how it turned out before, so I made a couple changes here and there. But similar, or the same similar design. The double jointed legs, the thinner, like, light metal arms, so on and so forth. I changed the head up, because like I said, I wasn't quite happy with how it was before. Also, forgive me if I sound a little congested. I just, while I was editing them, I sneezed about 20 times, and now I am dying. But, oop, wrong one. So yeah, here's his augments. You should have yours. And you have yours. So we now have 4 soldiers that are field ready. And once we have the ability to build more augments, we'll definitely give our Templar one. Because I'm excited to use Templars again, especially now that they are... I'm going to be able to upgrade their abilities. So let's see, we have a research going. There's nothing for us to build here. So, what is the first thing? So I know people were saying that the laboratory is a pretty good way to go early game. Because you can get breakthroughs faster. Now, 1, I don't know if you can get breakthroughs in Long War. And 2, we were kind of running out of space on our last playthrough, so I think I'm going to continue to not use the laboratory, at least not at first. I think I almost want to start out with the... So the training center would be useful at some point, but I feel like the guerrilla tactics school might be the best way to go, but also a resistance ring. Well, we're not going to really be able to make use of it for now, so let's build the tactics school.
Tactics school construction initiated.
Alright. And now is when we have to pass up several missions in a row. Alright. So, like I said before, the first big difference here is going to be the fact that we aren't going to... Well, first off, we have to kick you out. We aren't going to actually start this mission immediately. We'll go ahead and drop the grenades off these guys, or this guy, because he doesn't really need them. I think everyone else is pretty fine for now. So let's go ahead and start the infiltration. Yes, like I said, the first thing you'll notice is that we're not actually going to start the mission immediately. Instead, we're going to start infiltrating.
Sky Ranger deployed. Squad green to deploy.
Yeah, start infiltrating. And now we can come over here and take a look. And yeah, it's going to take 7 days and 17 hours to for the mission to expire. But we have 3 days and 23 hours until we get to 100% infiltration. Now, it said there's going to be 7 to 9 enemies, but if you'll notice, there's currently 25 to 27. The closer we get to 100% infiltration, the lower that enemy count's going to go. And we can actually over-infiltrate and get up to 200%, which would lower it even further. Now, granted, 7 to 9 enemies, I believe, is the minimum. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and just leave that for now. Also, let's go search the black market real fast while we are waiting for those guys to infiltrate. So here is the big difference between Long War and normal, is that I cannot send out a squad here. Now, technically, I very well could. Like, I could just send in rookies, but since this is my challenge run and I haven't augmented those soldiers yet, I cannot take on this mission. So this is going to be one of our big challenges here. Oh boy. Let's see, what am I missing? Hack the okay, start liberating a region. So that's something we would like to do pretty soon.
Market is open.
But it's not something we will be doing anytime soon. Because Lord knows we don't have the staff. And we don't really have anything to sell, so there's not much we can do here, but we don't have much else to be doing.
Sector 3, Brazil.
I guess I should probably take a look at all on intel. We need supplies. Yeah, let's do that. Like I said, we desperately need new supplies.
These findings will likely prove crucial
to our
ongoing efforts, Commander.
So that's gonna be a lot of things. So tracer rounds, nice. Nano vest. Reduces health by 2 and reduce critical hit chance. Let's grab resistance comms. Normally I would want to go for something else. Oh yeah, like I said in the previous playthrough, I'm going to go ahead and give myself MechanizedWarfare and the augments abilities, or the technologies, because everyone voted in the last playthrough that they wanted, or they said it'd be fine for me to start with that, and I assume that would apply here as well. Now granted, I still have to actually afford the things. It just means I don't have to research that on top of the already high cost of getting a single soldier out. And okay, now we have the tier 0 upgrades. Now the issue is we need Elerium crystals to build any of these. And more engineers apparently. Which that is detrimental. That means we need to rush engineers. The other thing we need is, I believe that's the research. Either way, if I find that we still haven't gotten MechanizedWarfare, we'll just do that later. But we'll do resistance columns for now.
To begin, Commander.
Yeah, so we definitely need to look for missions that have engineers, which this one doesn't. Alright, so now this is 100%. Now it's down to 7 out of 9 enemies. And I'm just going to go ahead and launch this now.
Menace 1-5, we have a confirmed location for the VIP. Move to rendezvous. Eliminate all hostile contacts.
We're operating in the shadows.
Alright. So we are only going to have 4 people for this. So let's see. So we already... It's nice to see that we have a tremendous amount of mobility on some of these guys.
Into position.
His mobility is slightly better now. I'm tempted to just take the shot already. Yeah, we're gonna have to fight it eventually. Might as well fight it now. Whew, good damage.
Untrained monkeys could have done better.
No problem, boss.
Let's start pushing up.
That's affirmative.
I can get her. You guys don't have robot voices yet.
I'm going.
Oops. Alright, we're gonna have to change that, because that does not sound
Whatever you
like invaders to me. Alright, let's push up to here and try to climb to high ground next turn. I'd like to come up here, but this will do for now. Okay, so we did not spot anything. So let's go ahead and keep pushing forward.
This territory is still under dispute.
I'm going.
Ooh, I'm wondering if we won't be able to actually see anything over here. I think we're gonna want to climb up to this cover instead, which I think we just revealed the pod too. We sure did. That is very unfortunate for us. Very inopportune timing for you guys to just show up. Okay, well, I think a grenade is in order here.
Whatever you say.
Yeah, let's hit these two with a grenade. Hopefully get at least one kill here. Perfect. 2 damage on the other guy. That is disappointing. Now, we technically don't have enough mobility to get in here and deal damage, but now that we're augmented, one of our abilities is augmented speed, which allows us to get an additional move. So we're going to push up to here and hopefully finish this guy off. Perfect.
Not too shabby.
Now hopefully he's going to res something instead of mess with us. Or do nothing. Okay. I'll take it. Lucky hit. Hey, lucky hit. I want to push forward, but I'd rather not aggro that pod that we were just dealing with a moment ago. Or that we just saw a moment ago.
I gave the orders.
What to do about that? Wait, tags. Really? Interesting. Huh. Okay, that's cool. Okay, if you move up to here, what are the odds of you being able to land a hit on this guy? Almost non-existent. Alright, we're pushing up. And pray that we don't see the enemy pod. We totally saw the enemy pod. Ooh, yeah, that's unfortunate for us. Okay, well on the plus side, we should be able to take care of you no problem. Unless we don't deal with you no problem. Alright. The grenade should kill the sectoid. Maybe we get lucky and get another kill? Ooh, not so lucky. Okay, hopefully they're gonna spend their turns moving and not shooting. Ooh, they are going to shoot. Very lucky hit. Now here's the problem with being fully augmented. Is that every time we take damage, we have a potential to enter Cyborg Rage. Which is not what we want. Alright, let's move you up to here. And take him out. Perfect.
Good riddance.
I think we're just gonna go ahead and come in for a slash here. I thought for sure we were gonna leave him alive at 1 health.
Well, how about that?
I was thoroughly convinced that was about to happen. Alright, let's scoot up a tiny bit. And then you push up to here.
New terrain discovered.
Oh, here comes another enemy. But that shouldn't be too difficult to deal with. In fact... Oh wow, you're gonna take a shot at us even.
We tire of your insignificant defiance.
Let's have our sniper take him out. Very nice.
Taken care of.
Alright.
I am sure.
You won't be able to actually hack it this turn, but I'll move you all the way up there.
I can handle that. No problem.
So if I'm not mistaken, our proxy gets hacking abilities anyway.
Come get some. I'm on it.
So might as well, because successfully hacking something gives you bonus stuff. Plus he already has a pretty decent, oh man, increased by 10, that would be nice. But 34% is not likely. Alright, good thing we went for the intel. And that should give him bonus hacking, yeah.
Menace 1-5 status confirmed. VIP is in tow. Proceed to the extraction point.
Wait, are you... Oh my god, you're the robot from the first season. Let's go. I think we're done here, so I'm just gonna move you all the way up. I saw the citizens start yelling, and I for sure thought we just ran into another enemy. I was about to be embarrassed. Especially since, well, because the reason I did that is because it didn't do, like, the enemy moving turn. It just, ended the turn and went straight to our turn, like this.
We're picking up an enemy transport inbound on your current position. Looks like they called in some friends.
Alright, now here's the question. Do you have... No, you don't. So... Before I actually use this, the new turn just started. As you can tell, I can move everybody again, but the VIP cannot. So this is one of the main reasons we needed our command console. Is you'll use the command give action points and then do 2, and now our VIP can move two times. I don't know why that happens, but it does happen, and it's kind of annoying. But
No need to ask twice.
we are out of here.
Problem, boss. Whatever you say.
And then let's evac all.
VIP secure and in position for evac.
Very nice.
VIP is secure.
Status confirmed. Mission accomplished.
Love to see it.
I'm certainly impressed, Commander. Another
Alright.
heroic effort in the field.
Good. Love to see some promotions. Ooh, I think I want... Oh, I can pick up 2 of these. So I'm going to grab needle grenades. I'm going to take Shredder. And then for you, I want probably Reckoning. So I can actually get the Ripjack online. Ooh, but all of these are very good. Yeah, Reckoning. And let's do Blade Master. Even though that's eating into our points. So for you, probably Reckoning as well, just so I can start grapple hooking to rooftops. And I guess Long Watch is the way to go. And for you, my friend, Shock Missile was very good. Teleport, I don't know. Teleport Shockwave was also very good. So I think, ooh, 1 mobility. Okay, so Teleport Shockwave. And then that does lock out Teleport, which is unfortunate, but that is a-okay. Teleport Shockwave is pretty solid. I'm going to go for Total Combat, honestly, to get that +1 mobility, if nothing else. And then Shock Missile, because that was also very solid. Energy Shield boost would be nice at some point, but for the time being, he is tanky as it is. we need to get in the habit of starting to yoink corpses. Because we need those for upgrades, and I will definitely show you that, but that'll be a next episode thing. Now, before I end this episode, let's go ahead and make sure I actually give you guys robot voices. But I think for the time being, this is a good spot to end this episode, as it is getting pretty late and the runtime is already getting a little long. So, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.